Hey, so as you may know, I have been creating games using Scratch for over 8 years by now. I'm still using it to reach 10 years by fall next year, but not important. Just a personal achievement. But I do want to say something really important here. It's not a freaking sob retirement wah wah story. I wouldn't be that person. As I said in my bios and my Game Jolt and YouTube channel, I absolutely love creating games. It's where you get to make your imagination come to life in interactive software, and that's where I see the most fun of. It's been my passion ever since. The important thing I do want to tell you is that now that I have finished my latest game, Kevin and Friends Video Game 3, you can find it in my Game Jolt, by the way. I am going to be working on something that is very big. Something that is unlike all of the other games I have made over the years. And because of that, my goals for my next game will demand more power than what a normal browser can allow. So I won't be releasing it on a normal browser anymore, but it will certainly act almost like a real PC game. And TurboWarp being open source allows me to achieve those goals, which is perfect, and I know how to make a flagship title already, so I promise it will impress you. I'm also still very new to text coding, but I have learned enough for me to create proprietary extensions for my game. I can't share them in public because I feel like I'm going to be forced into some obligations that I don't want to be part in. Not saying that is true, but that's just how I feel. And also, like I said, it needs to be outside of the browser's restrictions, so the inside it is going to be heavily modified. What I also need to learn is how to make music. This whole time when I was creating games through high school, I haven't learned any music at all because I feel like it just takes way too much of my time. So most of my games uses Sega Genesis music, which still sounds good enough, and I use Audacity to clip them into loops instead of leaving the music in an awkward fade. Credit is given in the credit screen, of course. Well, I won't be borrowing music anymore because this is where I do want to start selling my work for the first time. So in order for me to be eligible, I need to create original soundtracks. And I'll be happy to make those soundtracks on my own. Plus I have studied how music is composed for the last 2 years, so I have plenty of ideas already. Essentially, I am going to make this game all on my own, as usual. Though I did get in contact with a university student who might help me on Japanese translation for this. And I'll do Spanish translation myself as well. So it is actually going to be that big. In Kevin and Friends Video Game 3, I have prioritized development speed over quality. So it looks a little sluggish or sloppy in some spots maybe. But this time I am going to prioritize quality because I do care very much about this new big project. I won't reveal what it is just yet because I am initially scared of other people planning a conspiracy against my work. But now I think that might be unlikely to happen. I don't know for sure. I think I still need feedback about that. But I'll reveal my game once I have enough content. And since this is big, it will take me about 2 or 3 years maybe. So I'm gonna need you guys to be patient. In the meantime, during production, I'll still roll out updates or new content for my existing games that I already finished, just so that I can alternate and keep my motivation battery stable, because focusing on solely one thing will definitely drain my motivation battery faster. Loss of motivation is extremely common within the Scratch community, or maybe even all of game dev in general. Now, one last thing is that YouTube won't be my main revenue source because it's more of a hobby for me. I do got a few emails about people wanting to help me to get more attention here on YouTube, but that's not what I really wanted. Gaming is what I want to produce and be my main source of income. But yeah, expect a really big thing coming in a year or two. And that's pretty much all I have to say, so I'll see you guys later. Take care.